Welcome to your Monday Mood for the week of June 8th through June 14th. And this week we have a super exciting transit that's happening. You might have heard about it. It's the planet Venus and the planet Jupiter, both in the sign of Cancer, making a conjunction the first half of this week. So Jupiter and Venus are considered benefic planets, which means they bring us good things. And they're in the sign of Cancer, which is all about what we nurture and care for and create. It's a very loving, soft, kind of supportive energy. And therefore, when these two planets come together, it can really be a moment where you see some solidification or expansion around your connections, financial situations, romantic endeavors, as well as your own personal creative projects. And so you might be feeling this, or have been leading up to this, feeling this kind of like influx of creativity, or this drive, or this sense of like really feeling connected to your work, really feeling connected to a partner, feeling connected to your goals in a way that feels really like, this is what I'm building, this is what I'm creating, this is what I'm working towards. And it's just a really awesome time for like good luck. Jupiter brings us luck, abundance, growth. Venus brings us love and money and beauty and pleasure. And so when those two planets come together, it's really like an awesome signature that brings us like good things. So this week is a great, especially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's a great time to really just like sit with the connections that mean a lot to you, the projects that mean a lot to you, what it is that you're wishing for, manifesting, hoping for, and just get real clear on what that looks like, and take a time to just feel into that. Like, what would it feel like to have the perfect connection, or the perfect opportunity come through, or the perfect piece of luck? Like, what does that feel like? What does it feel like when you're just like totally enamored by something, and it just feels so good, and you feel excited, and you feel warm, and you feel connected? Like, that emotive energy is really gonna help us kind of bring things into form. That's how you can use this transit. And just in general, as like a manifestation tip, is you have to feel it, baby, for it to come in. Okay, you can think it all day, but if you're not connecting your mind with your heart, then you're not going to be able to pull that thing into reality. And so your emotionality around something is super important. And that's why this Venus Jupiter conjunction in the very emotional sign of Cancer can help you bring your manifestations into reality. We're almost done with this Jupiter transit. It's been a year, and this month it'll change to Leo, and it's been exalted in Cancer. So it's interesting because you may not have felt like this year has been really lucky in terms of your life, but if you really look at it, look at your connections, look at your relationships, look at what has maybe been shown to you that has helped or brought something better out of you, your creativity, projects that you release, ideas that you've been cultivating. That's part of that Jupiter and Cancer energy. So take a look at your life, a little year in review, and see where you might have really been like, oh, wow, things really have been moving and shaking in this sector. It may not have been so clear to me, but it has changed. And definitely depending on where you have Cancer in your chart. So Venus, I mentioned, is in Cancer, but that will be changing on Saturday. It'll move into Leo. So get ready to be spicy, to be outside, right? Very Leo energy, very big, very bold, energetic, playful, spotlight vibes. So that's going to be fun for love. Venus and Leo, I love that energy. It's very fun. It's very passionate. Ooh, it's very like visceral too. Just like, I want that thing, and like carnal. I like it. It's sexy. So Venus will be moving into Leo, and then we'll have a new moon in Gemini on Sunday. So new moons are for setting intentions. And with it being in Gemini, it's going to be the first time we have a new moon with Uranus in Gemini. So you could even use this new moon to really shift your foundations, shift things, break things up that have felt stagnant. I would use it for that, like bringing in playful energy, bringing in energy that kind of like shakes things up or balances things in a way that maybe you've been looking for but not sure what that is. Ask for that. What am I missing? What do I need to come into my life to bring more balance? Sorry, I'm looking at little things flying around. Into my life. More balance, more peace, more fun, right? Into my life. What can I ask? How can I use that new moon energy for that? So that's your your transits for the week. Let's get into the tarot. I'm very curious. I'm using my Radiant Wild, I think it's called, deck because it's bright, and here in Atlanta it is rainy. It's like our new MO or something. Like, I have so many mushrooms in the yard though, it's really cool. That's my favorite thing about it raining. I'm like, ooh, look at these mushrooms. All right, what does anyone that sees this video need to know? What are the vibes for this week of June 8th through June 14th? As we are under this very auspicious, meaning good, transit of Venus in conjunct Jupiter. Wow. Three of Pentacles at the bottom. So this week is about the foundations of what we're building and realizing Venus, who we are really building that with. Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work in business and in partnerships, in romantic and platonic. You have to have everybody kind of having the same vision, goal. And so the Three of Pentacles kind of speaks to that. Like, who's working with you to make something happen? Who's got your back? How are you also exchanging tasks or energy in a way that helps people kind of get what they need done, as well as you getting what you need done? So things feel like there's synergy. There's something here that is solid. There's something here that we can really create. Threes also speak about creation energy, manifestation energy. So who are we working with to make our goals, our dreams, our manifestations come true? Are we shored up? Is the team solid, right? Are we all on the same page? Do we understand what we need? Maybe we're being more curious about that. It is Gemini energy, so let's see what's on top. The Fool. And it wanted to come up reverse. So this is about that leap of faith. Like trusting that if you feel it, it is it, okay? So not think it, not the fear, right? This isn't about fear, because this is about Uranus energy in Gemini, the unexpected. So something that you didn't even think was possible being possible, coming into real life creation this week. But it requires taking a leap of faith. It requires saying, you know what? I'm not exactly sure where this is going, but I'm going with it. I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to lean all in. Okay? It's like understanding that if you have the right team, you can do whatever you need to do to make something happen. If you have the right person, the right partner, the right plan, strategy, and you're all doing your part, you can really take that leap of faith, and it can open up the doors to things that of your wildest imagination. Like, oh my God, this is exactly what I envisioned. This is exactly what I wanted to manifest. This is exactly who I wanted to be. This is exactly how I wanted this to play out. This week gives us that opportunity, but it requires us to be lockstep with the person next to us, our teammates, and also taking that leap of faith and saying, like, expect the unexpected in the most positive, foundational way, because that is the breakthrough that this energy can provide us with. So that is your Monday mood. I hope you guys have a beautiful week. That's a beautiful message. I love it so much, and I will see you guys next week.